June 28th, 2015. Undead from Cleveland. You're listening to Video Game News Radio with your host, Kevin Baird.
Brian Baird.
Don Anderson.
And Larry Mack.
Welcome back, everyone, to our 14,000th show.
Hey!
Jesus, what a waste of fucking time.
That's not true,
We've
is it?
been doing this since July 2004. Some of us have. Some of us quit because they couldn't handle doing the show anymore. Some of us have to go to church on Sunday nights and can't do the show.
Right.
It's like dance recital on a Sunday night. But we're here. We're back. Yes.
Some people got married, had a kid.
That's it. Yeah,
And
your whole
some
life has been
people
chronicled.
didn't.
All like major events in your adult life have been on this show, Doug.
I know, right? Amish people.
Married, divorce, kid.
Married again, divorced again.
Well, split up.
Cease got divorced and married, and then he stopped doing the show. I don't even think he got married. He stopped doing the show. Yeah. Yep.
It's come a long way.
So I guess that's what we want to say. It's a chronicle of our lives. When we die, your kids, because I don't have them,
We'll never listen.
will listen to this shit and be
Ever.
like-
Ever.
they'll listen to like the first couple episodes, and they'll be like, "I'm not listening to all."
Yeah, what the hell? What the hell were they doing?
Drugs.
Like, what are they talking about? Ancient? It's like, it'd be like us listening to somebody doing a podcast about, like, 8-track tapes.
Our dads were lame.
Like, I don't want to hear this.
Even worse with the
Until they-
people that
until
like the
they
show, they
have-
call our kids like, I loved your dad. You guys should get together and make a show. Which
Until they have their own kids, and then they'll make them suffer through the shows. They'll be like, "You got to listen to this."
This is
'Cause
shit.
it's
See how cool Grandpa was?
you gotta put them through it every day. When you get home from school, you'll listen to one episode. No, please, no. Every day for the next 14 years, because that's how many there are. All right. So, as usual, when we start the show, we do our top
Oh, wait.
25. What am I doing this week? 25 seems a lot. We'll do 12. Top 12 titles of the week.
Good.
Top 12. You complained last time. You wanted it to be 20. Somebody did. Number 12. Inkling Boy Splatoon Amiibo figure.
Not a game.
Not a game. Everybody drink.
Everybody drink. You can drink if
Number
you want.
11. Xbox 360 20 gig. Sorry. Because all these numbers on here confuse me. Xbox 360 20 gig. Refurbished Blast from the Past system bundle. Includes the 6 free games. It's up to Larry to decide.
Wait, what? I think that's not a game. Screw it. Because I want to drink.
Not a game. Number 10, Skylanders Trap Team King Cobra Cadabra.
Candelabra.
King
Cobra
Cobra Cadabra. Well, you know,
Kinistinat.
looks weird when you're trying to read all that.
Gotcha.
Same time.
I'm gonna-
Individual character pack, GameStop exclusive.
Clearly not a game.
Not a game. Everybody drink. Number 9, Pac-Man Amiibo figure. Gaming's over. Just like
Clearly
no
not a
games.
game.
No games in the gaming sales
At all.
GameStop. They just sell plastic.
Toys.
Like,
Number 8, $50 Xbox gift card. Larry, what are you drinking this week?
Cat piss.
People can't hear you on the Twitch. Anyway, I'm drinking some Stella Artois.
that's what we're being told.
They can't hear me, or they can't
Can't
hear.
you
I can hear
specifically.
everybody but you.
Everybody but you.
I'm looking.
That's
Hold
your-
on, technical problems. You guys can hear me though, right?
What? Yeah. No.
When I'm
We're
listening
talking
to
you and responding to the list and everything, but no, we have no idea what you're saying.
Hmm.
We haven't heard you at all.
I'm looking.
Did you ask a question?
Test, test, test. You know the one thing.
Yeah.
Test, test,
Star Force.
test. It's the green lights are lighting up on Google. Google's receiving my audio.
Blah. I should probably not even say
I don't know what else to say because I'm looking at the Google thing and it's lighting up, and I see my green. If you guys can see
You're
my
full of
thing
shit. You're not looking at
on
nothing.
your
You're looking right
screen.
at you.
Anyway, you guys couldn't hear me if it wouldn't it wasn't working.
What?
I can hear you.
Yeah,
Well,
because it
well,
wouldn't.
I could hear you. I
The
love you,
Twitch
Kevin. I
isn't
hear you.
hearing you. I listen to you through
Oh,
Google.
Twitch.
Oh.
Test 1, 2.
Oh.
Test 1, 2.
Which button?
Can you hear me now? It'll take them a minute. Yeah, tell me if that works. When it works or not, because I can't tell. Let me know if that works for you guys on the Twitch.
What?
It is not muted
There it is.
anymore.
Up there.
Okay.
We have a there.
Sorry, Twitch people. The broadcast was fine. YouTube
Not
was
as destroy his earlobes.
fine, but the Twitch wasn't working.
Ear canals. I guess not as lobes. It sounds
I had some weird problem with my like, you know, when you have HDMI on your graphics card, it sometimes uses that as the sound device. So you know how you have like a sound device in your computer, and then like you have, you know, that's where you plug in your headphones. That's your sound device, basically.
Oh, a jack.
Yeah, well, there's you know, there's microchips in there. There's not little L's. There's microchips that connect to the jack. That's making the sound. So that's like your sound device. And sometimes you can have more than one. So if you have HDMI out, that's also a sound device.
Got it.
And so,
I feel you.
yeah, it kept switching to that, and so I had to like keep switching it back. I don't know, it was weird.
Jeez.
It doesn't normally do that. It was getting. I bought a $150 keyboard this week too. $150. Want to see it?
No.
I don't. I'm gonna hold it up anyway.
I don't want to see. Look at that. It's all
So
gold.
what makes this keyboard worth $150?
It rubs your balls while you play.
It's gold.
If you're a gamer,
Play
and you use
with
your
my
keyboard all the
balls.
time, right? Most cheap keyboards will only accept 2 key presses at the same time. And so you can test this theory out if you want to like open up a notepad or something,
No.
and then hold down both shift keys at the same time and type in like the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, and watch how many keys don't appear. That's called like nth key. And so there's that. It's like it lights up, which is really helpful when you're typing in the dark.
Uh-huh.
It has a bunch of game settings, and it also uses Cherry MX switch keys.
It lights up. No, that's pretty helpful.
You
I like that idea.
light up my
Hopefully it lasts the rest of my life. That was kind of the
You
goal.
give me hope.
That's my mom and me and my mom song.
Ba, 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 ba. Oh, if you game, you often like you're going to hold shift, you're going to press forward, you're going to type reload, and instead it's going to write Q in the chat window on the cheap keyboard. And you're going to be like, why the fuck can I do anything? And it's because keyboards are very cheap. And you don't notice because you think they're good, because they work okay, but I don't know. As a gamer, you want a keyboard that's an nth, or a 6 key or an nth key. If it's USB, it can only be 6 key, because it's like a weird thing with USB. It only lets you press 6 keys at once, which is plenty. I don't know what you're going to do that you're going to need to press more than 6 keys at the same fucking time. But you can't. You have to actually use PS2 if you want to get all the keys at the same time. Weird thing. Yeah, well, you can read all that shit on.
So that's what you need if you truly want to face roll your way through a game. Is what you're
Face
saying.
roll. What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's like I was buying a keyboard, a replacement keyboard. I wanted one that was going to last a long time, and then I read all this stuff. There's like switches, like mechanical keys that you can get that are, you know, much better than the crappy
Mechanical key.
bubble keys that you have.
Put it
on
into your door.
keyboard. Yeah, it's got a chainsaw in it.
I have a
There's
key
like-
story.
There's like.
Want to hear my key story?
Different kinds of mechanical keys, so you can get different kinds, and there's the ones that click, and there's like more traverse and less traverse and all this crap. It's complicated. People that are into it know, and people that aren't don't care. So I'm just gonna move on. There was a rebate too. It was like 120 after the rebate. I lost the list. Okay, here we go. I don't even know what number we're on. Doesn't matter. Number something, $50 PlayStation Network card. Not a game.
Not a game.
Drink it.
Drink. Xbox 360 250 gigabyte refurbished blast from the past system bundle includes the 5 free games. Not a game.
Still drinking.
I swear this is the list from GameStop of their bestseller. I'm not making this up. This is
The
it.
best-selling, what, rubbish?
Best selling all the shit
Plastic.
they got. This is what people are going in the store. They're not buying games. They're buying plastic garbage. Number 5, the DualShock 4 wireless controller Magma Red GameStop exclusive.
Yes.
Not a game.
$65 for that. I like how it's a GameStop exclusive and there's a review rating and it's rated 10. It's just perfect. It's perfect controller.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with it at all.
Nobody had a problem with their GameStop exclusive controller from GameStop.
It was so good.
as long as you get the Magma Red, the black sucks.
Of course, there's only one person who bought it, and that's the only review.
Yeah, based on one review. From user GSMGR
Yeah.
at GameStop.
3994E.
$20 PlayStation Network card is number 4. Everybody drink.
Drink.
Number 3 is the $20 Xbox gift card.
Drink. Has there been a single game yet?
I don't know how much have you had to drink.
No.
Not a single game yet.
Nope.
Woo!
But here we go. The last two, it's the same game, so we'll just say they're both number 1. It is Destiny, the Taken King Collector's Edition, GameStop exclusive. Of course, for PlayStation 4 at number 1 and Xbox One at number 2. I don't know. That's it. That's the best-selling games. What's it? Fucking nobody's buying anything. E3 just happened. Everybody's just waiting for shit to come out on E3, I guess. Here's the games coming out this week. Monday we have Lego Minifigures Online, multi-platform.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why there's a need for a Lego game online, though.
Well, there is, goddammit.
Kind of weird, isn't it? Do you Lego with your friends? Do you, like, should I call you up, Brian, and be like, dude, I'm Legoing. Let's play. And you'll be like, give me the bendy pieces. I'll be like, no, those are mine. Get your own. You got to buy like little packs to build shit, you know? It's weird shit. Tuesday, multi-platform, all of these. Polybridge, Quiplash, Red Goddess Inner World, and Brian's favorite game, Warhammer 40,000 Regicide.
Yay, chess.
Hold on, I got to switch months now as we go into July.
Regicide.
Pretty much.
Wednesday, we have, for PC, Rise of Incarnates.
Ooh.
Yeah, it invokes a
Rise. That's another one of those things. That video games that
my
Rise.
son.
Dark and Rise. Dungeon. Thursday, for PC, we have Legends of Eisenwald.
Eisenwald.
For the Wii U, we have Roving Rogue. And multi-platform, we have
Flying around. Where am I? I'm lost again.
Zede Gaikeki Wars.
Yeah.
Probably can drink on that one.
That's one of my favorites.
And then I'll do the Steam top 10, and then we'll see what everybody's been up to this week. Steam top 10. Number 10 is BioShock Triple Pack. Number 9, Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition. Number 8, Ori and the Blind Forest. Number 7, H1Z1. Number 6, Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Legendary. I don't know why it says RU at the end of it. I don't know what that means.
If you want to know, are
It's
you?
in parentheses, and it just says RU all the time.
Are you?
I don't know. Maybe I am. Number 5, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Number 4, Elite Dangerous. Number 3, Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Number 1, Survival Evolved. That's good, Brian.
Number 1.
Brian doesn't care. All right. So with that said, Brian, how was your week this week?
We were talking about keys. Well, I had to go to a wedding yesterday as my girlfriend's nephew got married. Tied the knot to his 8-year, so far, girlfriend, now my wife. I hadn't slept the night before, so you can imagine I was the life of the party, basically just sitting there And then when I entered the church, within moments it started to rain and thunder, and there was lightning. And then when I left, it and stopped doing that. Funny. You might call it coincidence. I don't think so. My car is broke down. I went and I finally sent out my paperwork so I can become an American, like the rest of you. In my country, Canada, we have different ways of doing things. So I had to come to your country so I could learn to become. Okay, it's just stupid. Anyway, so I came back, got the shit done, and then I went to go do some stuff later in the week and tried turning on my ignition, and the key won't move. Nothing. It won't start. It's not. It wasn't like you turned the key and it was dead. It's you couldn't turn the key.
It was like we're not even trying.
Turn your
Did
key,
you touch
sir.
the steering wheel at that point?
At no point did I inflict bodily harm because I have had plenty of experience punching steering wheels, and all it does is it hurts. So I did what any Baird would do in a situation like that. I put the key in the ignition and turned the wheel back and forth, and I went, work! It didn't. Of course it didn't. So, I'm like half awake. I'm like, well, I don't care. I'm on vacation. My girlfriend ordered a part because I didn't know who to call. I'm from the west side of Cleveland. I know where all that shit is. It would have been no problem. I could have called 10 different guys. I live on the east side. I know nobody. So
there's nobody.
The cylinder,
I thought you were very
ignition,
social.
where the cylinder is, where basically where you put your key. Okay, she got a new one of those. She had to order it. It didn't take long because the '89 Toyota, believe it or not, they still got parts all over the place. She went out. She got it. She's a trooper. She woke me up at 10 o'clock this morning, which I know most people are like, hey, I was already awake and I was chopping down trees and okay, most, not all. I was still kind of disconcerted. I'm like, huh? She's like, well, I can't get the original cylinder, the ignition cylinder, out. It's stuck. It won't come out. I'm like, that's probably why I couldn't turn the key, because it's stuck, yeah. She's like, well, I got to go to work, so you have to see if you can work on it. So I tried getting it out of there. I watched a video on YouTube, like any modern human being, showing how easily, once you get past, the cover, the plastic and all that shit, it's really not that difficult to do, and that's if you can turn. Okay, if it's like you're just replacing one, which I'm guessing pretty much brand new looking one ignition key thing with another brand new looking thing. Mine didn't do that. Okay, there's like a little button on the bottom you're supposed to be able to press, right? While the key is in the I don't know, it's the ACC
position.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not in the off position, and the key is not turned over. It's that in between, right?
Auxiliary.
Auxiliary. Thank you. And I went to. I tried doing that, and it wouldn't budge. First of all, because my key won't turn, so I can't put it in that position.
Right.
Is that when you got mad and punched it?
Oh, it gets better. So,
Give it the old ham fist.
I basically just said, oh, fuck it, I give up. And then my girlfriend's like, did you get it fixed? Did you get it fixed? I'm like, no, I already talked to my boss saying I probably won't be in tomorrow because I have no car. So she's like, well, I called my mom. She's like, what are you going to do? I'm like, first her brother comes over. My girlfriend's brother comes over. He knows a lot about cars. He's like, well, what you're going to have to do is this. He's like, because it's fucked up. He's like, because you can't reach it. It won't turn. So you're going to have to just basically just drill straight into the, because you're not going to, this is busted. You're not going to be able to fix this.
You're going to drill into your ignition. Really?
No.
Into the cylinder where the key goes. Yeah, basically you're just, it's like you're trying to just basically start the car by, ripping out that stuff. It'll come right out, So, of course, do you think I own tools? I have a drill, and it holds a charge for about 5 seconds.
Unless you use, in which case it's only like a second.
I have another drill, which has been in the drawer for about 10 years. It still works great, but there's no drill bits that fit it. And the screws that I was going to, put a bolt or screw into it so that it would basically just turn. I'm trying to force, basically, where the key goes to turn, so I can actually get that button to come around so I can press it and pull the thing out. And that didn't work, of course, because all my screws are aluminum screws, So my girlfriend's mom brings this guy over, one of the neighbors. This guy's got, like, this drill that, if you're being attacked, this is the weapon to have in hand. I mean, this thing, it was like you just barely touch the trigger. It's like, I'm like, Jesus. He's like, yeah, it's got a lot of torque. I'm like, no shit.
Such irritating.
Really brought this entire drill bits, everything. I was like, thank God for this guy. So he's sitting there. We started off with a very small little hole, so I could put this bolt in there, and it didn't work. And then it went from that to a drill bit, literally the size of my middle finger, just tearing through where there's no keyhole anymore. There's a hole. Okay.
Right. He just drilled it all out.
If I threw a quarter at it, the quarter would disappear.
Like a dentist, he just drilled it all out.
Yeah, but the thing won't come out. That's just it.
Gold.
There's no tumblers anymore. There's no tumblers to the lock. All right. There's no locking pin. I'm fairly certain. It won't come out.
There's no way you're starting this car.
Ever. I'm like, I can't even hotwire it because it's Japanese. Okay, American cars, they have these big long hanging wires. Japanese cars, they don't have long hanging wires. They got these little wires that if you accidentally touch them, you glow red, you're gone.
They're very perfect. They're the perfect
Yeah,
set.
they don't give. You've only got so much, then you're out. So my girlfriend's like, I'll look at it when I come home. I want a flashlight. And I'm like, honey, okay, I don't think you understand. There's nothing you're going to be able to do. Nothing.
Look at the hole.
Like, the moment she's like, I'll do it. I'm like, what do you think? You think I made it up that I didn't get the thing fixed? Okay, fine. I mean, it's not fixed.
Yeah.
I think she's just, because I was on vacation all week, she's like, no, you're not staying home another day. You're going back to work. So I'm going to hotwire this.
You know she's going to just go in there and turn the key.
Yeah, even though the key is attached to nothing at all.
Right. There's nothing.
There's like,
she's just going to stick her finger in there and it's going to start.
Yeah. Then it flies up into the air. Comes out, pussy. I go in there, I put my finger in it. Ah! That's my week.
So you were off all week. So
I was off all week. I was playing Elder Scrolls when I wasn't doing family things. And I had to send out my information and shit. So
you basically just played Elder Scrolls.
Basically, yeah, it was great. Had a ball. There's like that game just goes on and on. There's like all sorts of fun shit. That is going on the video. My characters are very hot-looking chicks running around, very healthy. Unlike me, sitting there just barely moving my thumbs. And beginning to wonder why my body hurts because I'm not moving it, and they should have something else so that I wouldn't have to fucking be in pain while I sit there doing nothing.
Rigor mortis.
Yeah.
Hurts.
Okay.
And Chris Squire died from the band Yes.
Who was he?
Bass player.
Oh, okay. I heard that, but I didn't know what his role was.
He was the one who really looked like a hairman.
How old was the guy? How old was he? I want to feel old now.
69. Something like that, wasn't it? 69?
Yeah.
Something?
He lived a good life.
Yeah, he was in Yes. How could you not?
Well.
All right. Donnie, how was your week?
What? Oh, me?
See.
67. He was 67, sorry. I guess to follow in the steps of Brian, I picked up a shift this weekend. As I was driving into work, I'll try to make this quick. As I was driving into work, I noticed that my windshield wipers were going a little slow, like back and forth. I was like, what the hell? They kind of seem to slow down. I went to crack my window, and my window started opening up all slow. I was like, that's kind of strange. And then, let's see, then the radio went out, but it was still on. And I'm like, wow, this is really freaking me out. So I come up to the Crocker Park outdoor, whatever mall you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. And I'm sitting in the turning lane at the longest light ever created on Earth for the turn. You can never get this turning lane. And I'm just sitting there minding my own business when all of a sudden, boom, all the gauges go out. Everything's down to zero.
Uh-oh.
Like gas gauge, speedometer, everything, right? Battery, temperature, everything's boom, gone. But the car's still running. So now I was like, wow, am I going to blow up? It's like, is there a chance I could die right now? I really wish this light would go so I could go pull into a parking spot and let it blow up. But the light never changed, and then the car died right in the middle of Crocker.
Wow, really? In the middle?
Right in the middle.
That's
right in
a bad place.
Right in the turning lane. Yeah, there was like, there's like 5, 6
Were
lanes.
they being nice? Were they like, can we help you, sir?
No, everybody just drove by. It was raining.
Fucking give me the finger.
Nobody wanted to get wet. So I waited till I got the arrow, and I said, you know what? It's a little Ford Focus. I'm a fucking laborer. I do fucking hard work for a living.
I'm strong.
I can push this fucking thing.
Drug.
So I jump out and I start pushing. It immediately starts moving. I start pushing. It's a little car. I start pushing it. As soon as I start pushing it, light starts turning red. I got to stop because there's like 2-3 lanes of traffic just ready to come ripping at me. So I had to stop, let them all go by, said fuck it, jumped out, it's raining, pushing the car by myself. Took it out of the street, into the driveway, got up to the stop sign. Some dude came running across the street, says, dude, jump in, I'll push it. Yeah, dude walks up with a gun, says, give me your money. Dude he comes over, he goes, hey man, jump in, I'll push it. And I was like, screw you, that'll make it too heavy, I can push with you. And then some other dude jumped in, we pushed it into a parking garage, I put it into a spot, shut it, locked it, went into work. Fucking worst day. Made a lot of money, but it's all going to fix the car.
Well, how did you get home?
This is the worst. I called my parents.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I called my dad. I was like, hey, Dad, car's broke. Can you come pick me up after work? Because I got to go pick up. So, I mean, people offered to give me a ride. Don't, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People, there was, people at work who were like, oh, I'll give you a ride home if you need. And it was like, well, I got to go pick up my daughter.
First.
And then I got to, then again, I want you to take, then I don't want you to have to drive around and stuff, drive me all over the place. So, so I had my parents come pick me up. And then they took me home. And, I've been home ever since.
Wow. Well,
so
at least you're okay. At least you're all right, and you got to go to work for a day.
Yeah, I got out of the house. I got to interact with humans. So
Larry, how was your week?
My weeks are always awesome, Kevin. Let's see, this week, lots of exciting things going on in Larry Mackland this week. We had volleyball. We got smoked at trivia. We went out drinking with some new girl who I'm sure you'll be hearing more about because she's destined to become the next love of my life.
Oh, God, another one.
And then
they're gonna dig up the bodies eventually.
Then
shit.
Dave was in town this week with the family, so we're hanging out with him over at Rob's yesterday.
All show Dave? No.
What's that?
Nothing.
Hanging out, drinking some beers, throwing a frisbee around, playing some can jam. And today I topped it all off with a lazy day of laundry and watching movies. And I did pick up the both Dr. Phibes movies for myself as a Father's Day gift to myself.
Oh, would that put you back $5?
I think so.
It was a public domain.
But hey, it was money well spent because they're both great movies.
They're good. Well, I've seen the first one. The I can't say it, but yeah.
The abominable Dr. Phibes.
That's the word. Yeah. I didn't even know there was a second one.
Yeah, Dr. Phibes rises again.
It's like got Vincent Price in it.
Yeah, they dug him up. His skeleton.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I think they did it a year after the original.
Okay.
I mean, and his adversary in this one is Robert Quarry, who played Count Yorga. So,
him.
lose your soul.
And I finally got my card game that I kickstarted a year and a half ago. It finally got printed up and shipped. So for next game night, I have the awesome new game Barbarossa. It's a card game in which you all command your own German army during World War II, and you are advancing on Moscow. And all the cards are hot little anime chicks dressed up as Nazis.
You're freezing.
I'm going to win that
together.
Okay. I'm trying to. What did I do this week? I picked Brian's ex-wife and girls up from the airport.
And I hate them.
Friday. Yeah. Had a snack. I guess they had fun. I don't say anything because the three of them talk so much that you don't really need to talk. It's kind of just like they're just rattling off.
Oh yeah, you can't get a word in.
Yeah, and so I just dropped them off at their car, and that was it. And I don't know. It rained a lot. It was good for my garden. I don't know. Nothing happened. Trivia. We had trivia. It was just me, Larry, and Mike, and the return of the Funky Brewsters that didn't use the Funky Brewsters name, and they totally kicked everyone's ass because they had like 19 people. Like there was 3 of us, and there was like 19 of them. So we didn't do very well.
Well, actually, we got sandbagged worse than we realized.
Did we?
Yeah, the one of their new guys. He's like friends with Susie's sister and brother or whatever.
Right.
He's like a 5-time Jeopardy champ.
Really?
Yes.
So okay. I mean, what's the point? It's a $20 bar tab.
No, not even.
Ridiculous. Yeah, but so I don't know.
Even himself.
At this point, I mean, there's only 3 of us going forward, I think, unless somebody else shows up, because I think Angie's done. Maybe she'll show up this week, but it's like she's moving away in like July, and it's July almost, right? I mean,
No,
Tuesday's the last day of June.
it's almost October.
Yeah. Well, then she'll definitely be in Pennsylvania, or maybe she'll be back by then. She'll be like, I hate it there. No. But so that'll be the end of Team Walgreens, and it'll just be Larry, myself, and Mike. And if we have to loan Larry to the Funky Brewsters, then it'll just be Mike and I. And we'll just argue the whole time. We'll never get a question right.
He would just give you so many bad answers. He was like, I don't even know what's the truth anymore.
Yeah. That's the bartenders who are never any help at all. So Pam is sometimes a help, but Haley's useless.
Well, Haley's not useless. She's not helpful at trivia, but she's
not
nice
too helpful
to look at.
not too helpful at the bar either.
Yeah. Yeah, you won't necessarily get your drink quickly, correctly, or be charged in any logical fashion for it.
Right.
But hey, she looks good, so you tip her.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so that was my week. So let's get back to game. We have a little bit of news. I don't think we got one email this week. Unless somebody wrote in just now. Yeah, somebody wrote in just now. We got one email. So Microsoft's new president has reaffirmed that gaming will play a crucial role in the company's strategy for future growth. Probably means that they are going to immediately liquidate their gaming divisions, since he's making this statement. In a statement sent Microsoft's employees, Nadella outlined a vision of Microsoft as a, quote, mobile-first, cloud-first company. I just want to say, this doesn't really have too much to do with gaming, but mobile-first. Microsoft has like 2% market share in mobile. And he's saying that they're going to be mobile first. I have the Microsoft phone. I like it. I like my phone because it was made by Nokia before they fucking died. So I have like the last flagship phone, and it's totally great. And you can't actually get it anymore because Microsoft bought out Nokia, and they decided that nobody should sell anything but crappy Windows phones, like the crappiest of the Windows phones. So they don't even sell the one I have. And they had like this update that you can get. It's just like a weird Microsoft nonsense. You can get like a beta of like Windows 10 on your phone, and it's terrible. It's so bad. I was like, oh my god, please let me. Not because it was buggy, like just because it was awful. And I was like, please let me roll this back. So I did. I had to like reinstall everything on my phone again. And yeah, I don't want to. I'm not gonna switch. I think if I get a new phone, though, I'm gonna have to go Android because Microsoft doesn't have any options. The new OS so far sucks. And he's saying mobile first. Microsoft is mobile first. That's insane. That's the most insane thing that's come out of, unless he like is suddenly going to buy like Google or something weird's going to happen. It doesn't make any sense to me. All right. I know it has nothing to do with gaming, but it just really upset me to read that statement. To clarify, that means experiences and products that are mobile rather than simply working on mobile devices. Oh, sorry. And that mobility will be, quote, orchestrated by the cloud, end quote.
The cloud.
We will build the best instantiation of this vision through our Windows device platform and our devices, he said. which will serve to delight our customers, increase distribution of our services, drive gross margin, enable fundamentally new product categories, and generate opportunity for the Windows ecosystem. Those of you with Windows probably have that little icon in the bottom right corner that says you can get Windows 10.
Yeah.
If you have like Windows 7 or Windows 8, it'll appear.
I do.
You can fill that out, and you'll automatically get Windows 10 for free.
You get Windows 10.
Yep. And then going forward, there won't be like a Windows 11 or anything. There will be no more further Windows. Windows Server 2016 is actually Microsoft has just branded it Windows Server. They took the year off of it. Of course, anybody that deals with that sort of thing has to call it 2016 because no one would know which one you're talking about otherwise. Yeah, because everything's just going to be upgraded through the cloud, the internet, in other words. And so you'll just keep using Windows 10, and it'll just keep updating itself with updates. And then, yes, you know as well as I do that eventually, if you want the next updates, it'll be like, pay. Pay us for the update, and that'll suck. But so far, the case is everything's free going forward, so that's going to be interesting. Well, not Windows Server, but regular Windows. So if you're a gamer and you game on Windows and you got that little icon, you can fill it out and you'll get Windows 10 when it releases. Or you can ignore it. Windows is only free for the first year, though, so after that, I don't know what's going to happen. They'll probably extend it, but they might charge. In which case, you'll have to make a decision in the first year.
$2,000 now.
No, I think like last time it was like $200 or something.
No.
It's kind of a lot of money for something that everybody else got for free.
Give me everything you have. You don't need it.
But then again, I don't know. In some ways, because they don't have to put it on discs, they don't have to sell it in stores. They don't, they don't have to deal with any transactions. They just give it away. Give it away.
Give it away. Give it away now.
Okay. I don't know. I'm done with that. Terminator TV series is still in the works. Also not gaming related, but since GameStop doesn't care about games, neither do we. Remember back in 2013 when Skydance announced that a Terminator TV series had entered development?
Nope.
Unlike that one Terminator series that I actually thought was pretty good. The last
the Sarcana Chronicles.
Yeah, that already existed, but this is totally different. No? Well, it might be difficult to recall because we've heard nothing on the project since. However, with Terminator Genesis gearing up for a release next week, Skydance CEO David Ellison has confirmed to Collider that the accompanying series is still in the pipeline. David Ellison, didn't he play for Megadeth? At the time of the announcement, X-Men First Class scribes Zack Stentz and Ashley Miller were attached to script the show, which would follow, quote, a critical moment from the first Terminator film and where the film's Genesis story goes one way. The upcoming series will take the same moment in a completely different direction. As the that makes sense. Why not lose audiences? Sure. As the rebooted film trilogy and the new TV series progress, the two narratives will intersect with each other in some surprising and dramatic ways.
Yeah.
Listen.
Haven't they done enough with Terminator?
Everything since the second Terminator has been largely terrible.
Right.
Popcorn movie, maybe. Like, you could watch it once and just throw it away. But that's it. And, I don't see how... I don't know.
What else can you do?
I mean, really.
You've gone back in time. You've gone into the future.
Go forward in time.
You've gone back into further in time. Now you're taking the future and putting it with the past. Screw that. I mean, it's like, what the fuck?
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Robots. Robots killing people. I don't know.
Whatever.
The Punisher is reportedly actually going to be the villain of Daredevil Season 2.
That's right.
Fans rejoiced when John Bernthal was cast in the role of the Punisher for Daredevil's second season. One immediate query that sprung out of the announcement was whether or not he would play a friend or enemy of the man without fear.
You know.
Our brooding anti-hero has somewhat of a different approach to tackling crime in comparison to Matt Murdock. Yeah, but is the Kingpin going to be back?
Eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll make a cameo, I bet.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Signed D'Onofrio again, it'd probably be expensive.
Because think about it. What they'll do is, here's your season, pretty much. Frank Castle's in the park with his family. Gangsters come by. They shoot his family. He becomes the Punisher.
We killed for no reason. Pow.
Well, they might not show that. They might not show his origin.
They might. I mean, it'll be a quick thing. You know what I mean? It's just a quick scene. Family out eating. They get shot. Everybody's dead. Then he spends and then Daredevil spends the whole season hunting him down. You know what I mean? Because he starts going around killing everybody. And there you go. There's your season. And then at the end of the season, they meet up.
It says here, it's expected to lift. I didn't read this comic, but it says it's expected to lift its inspiration from the comic Daredevil vs. Punisher Means and Ends, written by David Lapham, which picks up with, here's a season 1 spoiler. Cover your ears if you don't want to hear it. Hell's Kitchen in disarray after Kingpin is locked behind bars. Daredevil attempts to clean up the streets in his own way, while the Punisher opts for a less diplomatic approach. So you're kind of right, Tom.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I mean, he's the Punisher. His family gets killed. He gets mad, so he goes after gangsters. And then Daredevil's like, well, I don't like the way he's doing it. He shouldn't kill people. You know what I mean? You know how the comic book thing is.
Who wins in a fight?
Between Daredevil and the Punisher?
Yeah.
Daredevil.
Fist fight.
Daredevil.
Yeah, I would think so, too.
Yeah.
Gun-wise,
Punisher.
Explosions and shit, the Punisher's going to, you know.
He's just an army guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's an accomplished army guy. It's not like the Daredevil just like can see shit like, you know, like a bat, like echolocation and stuff. That's about it.
So he knows exactly what the guy's going to do before he even does it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Which fucking version of Daredevil are we talking about?
Daredevil. Just Daredevil.
Well, okay, then he doesn't know that shit. Goddamn Punisher doesn't even know what the hell he's going to do.
That's right. He doesn't. I don't know.
I'm a little bit worried about Black Panther, though.
Daredevil wins.
Black Panther, to me, I'm a little bit worried about that show. Because
the movie?
It's a show. Well, yeah, but fine, the movie. Because, like, he's kind of like Daredevil, but he's black, right? And so it's either going to be, like
Shadows.
I don't know, really black, like one of those...
I'm black, y'all.
No, you know, you just hate it, like, when it's all, like,
black, y'all.
African, like, they just make it, like completely...
Every peripheral character will also be black, and they will only talk about black issues, and he will have to... Like one week he'll have to go save like the Baptist church or something like that, and
well, they beat it into your head that it's a black cartoon hero or whatever, and you can't just be a regular guy that just happens to be black, you know. So that's what I'm a little bit. I don't know if that's the case, but I'm a little bit worried about that.
Not a regular dude. He's the Prince of Wakanda.
Well, there you go. I mean, I know, but he's in the United States, right? I mean, he's trying to get on and being normal. He's not. I don't know. Fuck it.
Yeah, the entire supporting cast will be black except for Jay Moore, who will be his best friend, because Jay Moore is always the black guy best friend in movies.
He's the white guy best friend too.
I just don't want it to have a racial message. I just want it to be a good movie. I hope
it will, though. It will.
No. Terrible. I'm just kidding. It's not.
I had a subscription to the comic when it got rebooted from Daredevil, so I'm not but it's. I guess he's married to Storm too. He's really fucking weird. I'm sure he's not going to be that way unless Halle Berry makes a cameo. She's not doing much, right? She's got that. Have you tried to watch her show, that Extant or whatever? Extant? Yeah.
I didn't even know she had a show.
Yeah, it's weird. She's an astronaut who went up into space, and she couldn't. Okay, it's in the future, right? She couldn't have a baby. Okay, so her husband has a prototype child robot that looks like a kid. That's a robot. That's what he works on. So she's back on Earth, but while she was in space, she saw her ex-husband or boyfriend, I can't quite remember right now. He appeared in the airlock, and he's not supposed to be there. Like he's like an alien or something. You don't know at this point. So she ends up getting pregnant, and which is impossible, but she is. And she doesn't have the baby while I was watching it. And then like another guy that was up at the space station also saw like his mother appear. So the idea is that there's aliens and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of eerie that's going on. But, like, they spend a lot of time with that little kid fucking robot, which is, like, you know, just not interesting. Because we've seen the little kid robot 1,000 times before in various movies. Like,
Right.
He's a kid, he's a robot, he's got conflicted robot feelings, you know,
Burns on you.
You know, you can just see, like, the TV writers, like, you know, different writers going through various tropes to just keep, you know, what if he feels conflicted about, you know, being a robot? Maybe he accidentally gets, you know, too strong with a bird and kills it and freaks everybody out or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, God almighty, I don't want to watch that shit.
Huh?
But yeah, I'm trying to get through it.
Sounds like fun.
It's on Netflix or whatever. I'm slowly going through it. PlayStation 4 Online Network is experiencing issues, technical difficulties. We've been trying without luck to sign in to PlayStation Network. You're not alone. Large portions of Sony's online service seem to be currently offline.
It has been a little rough.
One server that they got, it's just boom, 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 kicking it. Come on. Yeah, you can't get on, Don, or it keeps knocking you off?
No, it's like a lot. I would say 3 out of 5 times. You know, you can't get on. It'll like tell you, "Oh, time out." You know, you've timed out. And it's like,
what do you go online for? Just talk to people?
no,
People-
Grand Theft Auto.
Are you actively doing that, Tom?
I go Grand Theft Auto. I do Netflix through there. I do WWE Network through there. Everything's through my PlayStation.
Club Nintendo is getting disbanded, and everything goes down on Tuesday. So
It's
make
going
sure
down.
you use your points before then.
Points are
A
going
healthy
down.
collection of virtual console games to choose from for Wii,
Kevin
Wii U,
is
and
going
3DS, including many classics. We actually curated a list of what we consider to be the best stuff that you can read at GameInformer.com. Regarding what's next for Nintendo in terms of rewarding its biggest fans, we're not sure. We thought maybe E3 would have offered some details or a Club Nintendo replacement, but Nintendo
Free
has
gas
been
coupons.
quiet at the annual show. We make playing cards now. No more video games. True fun in playing cards. So that's it for the news. Let's read our one email. Woo! If you want to write into the show, you can write into whatever you want at videogamenews.com. So if you want to write to Don at videogamenews.com or Brian at videogamenews.com, they'll all come to me. So you can talk about me behind my back, but it'll still come to me. Just write to whatever you want at videogamenews.com and we'll read it on the air.
Yeah.
Antonio wrote to Hot Cold Pop at videogamenews.com. And he says, hello, Don and crew.
Hello, Antonios.
Bit of a flashback to an old Midwest Wasteland episode. What would you guys say was your worst job?
Paper route.
Really? You think your paper route was your worst job?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it was bad. I still have nightmares about it.
I hated that job too. But Joe's route was good. Like if you just did Joe's route,
We didn't
he
do
had the
Joe's
best
route, did we?
No, I did it for like 2 months until you quit your route as well. Like Joe quit, then you quit, so I got both routes. I had the double fuck you because I had to do them both. And your route was awful. Nobody paid, and fucking dogs and shit, and it took like forever. It was awful, awful. The worst part of a paper route isn't like delivering the paper,
Collecting the
col-
money.
Yes,
Yeah, collecting the money from
collecting
people that act like, I'm doing you a favor by paying. It's like, no, you got to pay us. Cause
Yeah. No one ever wanted to pay,
Right.
and the paper never wanted to let you drop them for not paying.
Well, and the biggest problem is that you have to collect after school, right? So it's like 3 o'clock on like a Thursday or something. People are at work still. They don't get home until after 5. So you either got to go back out when it's dark out in the wintertime, fucking Cleveland, and go house to house, knocking on the door at like 8 p.m. at night and shit, being like, collecting, and then people like, my parents aren't home, how much is it for? $53 because you haven't paid in a year or something. It was terrible. It was so fucked up. No, that's true. Don, Larry, what's your worst job?
Well, the paper route was pretty shitty.
Which route did you have? Plain dealer or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I had it as a grown-up over on the east side.
All right, well, that's just getting weird now.
Yeah.
All right. Just say, when did that happen?
So between the whole collecting money thing and the fact that I had like 3 small routes combined, all in the hood, and you're driving around the hood at 4:30 in the morning, 7 days a week, terrified. So that was pretty shitty. But I think the other one that I had for about 7 minutes was I did do sort of telemarketing for a hot minute.
Yeah.
And it was a company that sold like magazine subscriptions, and I wasn't even the guy calling to sell the magazine subscriptions. If you actually caved in and bought the shit, I was the guy who called and made sure you actually called it, agreed to buy the thing, and the salesperson wasn't just making shit up to pad their numbers. And usually, the call went one of 2 ways. Either you were kind of annoyed that we were calling back to say, seriously, you want this? Or you were canceling. You'd be like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. That is stupid. Never mind. And then, of course, they look at me. How come all the people you're calling are canceling? And I'm like, I don't know, because the other guy probably just browbeat them into taking it, and they plan on canceling anyhow. So it just sucked. It was just horrible.
Don?
Well, at one time, I don't know why, but I let someone talk me into being a bartender, and I was
that for like a month or something.
It was the worst. I was the worst bartender. It was downtown.
Oh, God.
What do you call it in whatever that building was? Whatever that building is, I can't even remember the name of it now. Whatever. Yeah, downtown where the subways all went and everything, all the trains met.
Tower City?
Tower City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was right there in Tower City, and it sucked. I was the worst bartender. I wanted out of that. That was like probably the one job in my life where I was just like, I don't care. It was, and not that I'm saying this racially or anything, but it was owned by Chinese people, and just to give you an idea who might got me the job, and it was owned it was owned by Chinese people, and all the cooks in the kitchen were Mexicans, and nobody spoke English but me. And it was the worst. I had the worst.
Everybody else spoke backwards.
Every day. Plus, I'm a terrible bartender. I didn't know how to make anything. I was like,
if you're rowing Coke, it just gives you a shot of rum.
Right. The one guy was like, give me a margarita, and I made him something.
One of those.
Like, no, thanks. I was looking in the book and everything. I fucked it all up.
Gasoline.
It was so disgusting. It was so bad. It was terrible. They were like, hey, we're closing down, and I was like, thank you. They're like, well, you can keep working at because it was like a bar. There was a bar at Tower City, and then they had a hotel over by the Cleveland Clinic with a bar in it, and they were like, so we'll split your time between the Tower City and the hotel. And it's like, oh, and then they were like, we're closing the bar in Tower City, and I was like, sweet, now I don't have to work here anymore. And then they were like, but you can go work at the hotel, and I was like, no, that's not going to happen. So I actually was like, no, I quit. I'm done. I can't do this.
Boy, I don't know. I've worked a lot of bad jobs. It's hard to pick one. Doing like electronic assembly with Cease was terrible.
I remember you told me you hated that a lot.
But I think working at Wendy's, because I quit and I didn't have another job lined up, and that's the only time I've ever done that. And Anderson worked, register, so you get a break because you can kind of stand there. But like if you're just like a regular grunt, you have to be doing something every minute. Like you can't. You're doing something, or you're being told to do something like all the time, and it was just.
Dude, somebody had to run the registers.
It was terrible, and then they would punch us out, and we would still have to work because apparently there's like a time that you're supposed to get everything done. And so, even though this is totally illegal, they would just punch us out because we were supposed to be done.
Right.
And now we'd have to keep working for like another hour and a half.
Right.
I just go home tired. I mean, it's just during the school year, and I'd be tired. It smell like grease, and just like home at like midnight on a school night, and I was just like, this is fucked. I hated that place with a passion. I liked all the people there, because there was like a lot of friends working there and stuff, but
every fucking buddy worked there.
Yeah, but it was a terrible job. Just grease and fucking, dishes, and you had to like polish the brass, and I mean, it was awful. It was just awful. Clean the bathroom. I don't know. Yeah, the salad bar. You couldn't use napkins, but you had to make it dry. But you couldn't use a napkin, so you had to use like a wet towel to make it dry. It didn't make fucking sense. That place. Fucking the mixer had to be clean. I mean, it was just awful. I can't.
Yeah, can't do it.
I know. It doesn't matter. All right. Well, that's it for the show, everybody.
Is it really?
It is. For early.
Yeah, we started a little early.
We did.
It's all good.
We didn't have very many emails. So you guys got any shout-outs or anything? Brian always says no. Don't say no, because we know you don't. You've been saying no. You've been saying no for like 12 years.
I know.
Let it go.
I don't shout out to people, man. I'm sorry.
He doesn't
I
do
know.
shout-outs. He's Brian Baird. Fuck that.
All right.
I am officially out of
Shouts.
Candy Crush Saga levels again.
Let it all out.
So, in case anybody is wondering out there, there currently are 1,040 levels, not counting Dream World. So, if you're ever sitting there wondering, how the fuck long can this game possibly go on? It currently stops at 1,040 levels.
You just have like an infinite level that just keeps going. That'll be like their last level. You could just never beat it. It just goes on and on. It's like collect all the, the treats or whatever, and it just 99 on all of them, and it never goes down. Or the treat never falls. There's like one treat, but you never see it come down the list. And
yeah,
like,
they actually sort of had one level that never ended because of a glitch.
But it ended.
Well, they fixed it. Yeah, they fixed it and nerfed the level and made it next to impossible to beat. I had to throw every bonus thing I had saved up at it to get past it because basically, you had to get this shit to fall, and the shit would fall and never stop. You would just keep racking up points, but it would never end. So they fixed it and put everything so that the stuff wouldn't fall until after a certain number of moves. But the way they fixed it, you wouldn't get the last piece until you had 2 moves left to get it down to the bottom, which was impossible. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody, that's it. Good night.
Good night, Kevin.
Peace.
Good night, Donnie.